record so that everyone can watch this again. No, we're all going to want to, but thanks for being here, everyone. I'm so excited. Josh is here with us tonight, and I know that like he needs like no introduction because everyone just loves you so much, and I talk about you all the time. But just to give you a little bit of info in case you're like a new coach and you just hopped on, which is awesome that you hopped on with us tonight. Also, it's like super fun. We're mixing it up and doing it on a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday. So Josh is a member of the John Maxwell team. You probably follow him already either on Facebook or Instagram. I know that a lot of you have done his Art of Recruiting, and we even have Angela who's in it right now, which is awesome. Yes, fabulous. A lot of you just joined his free group that he started yesterday, recruiting, what's it called?
Recruiting Rockstars.
Yes. Okay, and if you haven't joined that yet, I will post the link again after this. So hold me to that because you know it's like close to my bedtime. So don't let me run off to
close
bed.
To my bedtime.
It like
Girl,
is my bedtime.
You are in so much trouble next week.
I know.
So much trouble because when you go to bed, like my night is just beginning. Just FYI. So
I don't know. I mean, I might fall asleep at your event that we have going on.
You probably will. That's fine. I'll wake you up.
It's fine. I mean, I don't mind staying in your mansion that you have. So
There's room.
Anyways, but besides like how amazing Josh is with what he does as a push coach and how he helps people, I just feel like he's such a blessing in my life, and I can't even count the ways that he's personally helped me. I don't even know why he's helped me. Like every day, no joke, I was telling my girls yesterday that like my boyfriend would think it's weird how much I write your name in my gratitude journal because I'm just like so thankful for how much you've just given to me, and not just with my business, but just helped me as like a person to become a better me. And I just really appreciate that. And I know that everyone feels that way. Like when they follow you on social media, everyone just thinks you're like such a light. So I'm just so thankful for you and for you being here tonight. And I know that everyone's excited to hear from you. So I want to hand it over to you. But before I do, if anyone's not muted, would you mind just muting yourself while Josh talks, just so he can like stay focused and there's no background noise? It looks like most of you are muted, so it looks good. But anyways, I'm going to just pass it over to you so you have like all the time in the world.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you very, very much, Crystal. I appreciate the awesome introduction. If you're joining me live over on Instagram, you're getting a look in at a team call, but I'm not gonna be looking at you. That's rude. Okay. But thank you, Crystal, so much. You have been a huge blessing to me. You've been a huge inspiration to my journey. Some of you may not know this. Maybe she has mentioned it. If so, it's totally fine. But a lot of you know that I went through a rough personal year last year. And honestly, there were times when the last thing in the world I wanted to do was post on social media. Last thing in the world. And homegirl Crystal, right here, she brought the fire every single day on Instagram. And I would read her posts every single day. And it was something that kept me going. It was something that kept me inspired. And honestly kind of brought the life back to me as far as my social media posting goes. For me, it's a lot easier to show up on a call like this, even when like things are crappy, whatever, I'm not feeling it. I mean, there were several days where some like really crazy shit went down. And then I literally had to like hop on a team call and speak for somebody like 20 minutes later. That kind of comes a little bit more naturally, but creating like every single day Instagram kind of stuff, that was a lot harder for me. I think Kim got unmuted, Crystal. That was a lot harder for me. And honestly, Crystal reading her stuff every single day, seeing that fire that she had, it was many days, Crystal. You were the one I was waking up and reading, and that's what had me excited, or at least some type of a spark to do something, you and everything you do to give. Would you do me a huge favor, Crystal? Would you go to manage participants and hit mute all, and then just unmute me?
Okay.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have ADD. So like when people get unmuted, it like freaks me out. I'm like, I get distracted. So tonight, Crystal wanted me to speak about recruiting. Recruiting is one of my favorite and least favorite things in the world to talk about. Favorite because I do get excited about it. Least favorite because I think too many people overthink it and they turn it into something that it's really not. Recruiting within network marketing obviously is kind of the thing you must do if you want to get a paycheck. I mean, obviously you get a paycheck for just making sales. And that's great too, to get paid to make sales. But how many of you know, like if you really want to make money, that's in building a team, correct? Correct? Hopefully you figured that out. If you're brand new, maybe you don't know that yet, but that's what you have to do. You have to build a team, okay? And so here's the thing. You work really, 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 really hard to build up enough confidence just to make posts on social media, right? Just to even put yourself out there and announce to the world that you've got something to offer, that you're on some type of a journey, that you're doing some type of a thing that people should be interested in. And that takes a lot. And then, God, I hope you're to this point. 80% of you aren't, but I hope you get to this point soon. You get to the point where you start regularly inviting people to try your products. Again, 80% of you aren't doing that. You're going to get called out on your crap tonight. Hi, Fee. But that's what the next step is. Now I gotta talk to people. Now I gotta do more than just post on social media. I gotta actually like do something about this. Like I gotta go find the people, because the people aren't gonna magically find me. Have you guys noticed that yet? People don't magically find you. It'd be so great if people could just magically find you, but they don't. We'd all be successful if people magically found us. There's not a magical sales fairy, okay? It's called work. It's called reaching out to people regularly, okay? Now, once you get to that point, for whatever reason, people forget everything they've learned up until this point when it comes to recruiting. And people do the same thing with leadership, but that's not what we're going to talk about tonight. We can talk about that on a different night. Tonight we're going to talk about recruiting. People do all of this work to get to this level to then realize, oh, now I got to recruit people. And all of a sudden you start making up stupid things. Like all of you just go stupid. You literally go stupid. And you start saying things like, well, I mean, I don't know how to post about the business opportunity because I'm not successful. I don't make a lot of money. I've never helped someone be successful, so how could I help them? Or my absolute favorite in the world, it's the biggest bunch of BS you could ever say. If you say it to me, I will just get so mad, so be careful. But I don't have a good onboarding system. What? Oh my God. I don't have a good onboarding system? What are you even talking about? Onboard? Like, who the hell even uses the words onboarding system? What is that? What does that even mean? Who in the world decided to create this stupid phrase called onboarding system? What you're really saying is, I don't know how to send someone a message that says, thanks for joining my team. Here's the following resources that you need. I don't have an onboarding system for my training groups. When you sign up, we send you the information you need to go take advantage of the thing you signed up for. Is that an onboarding system or is it just customer service? Any other industry in the world, they call it customer service. You guys call it an onboarding system. Why? So that you can have an excuse. So that you can have an excuse not to do the thing that's hard to do. What's hard to do? I'll tell you what's hard to do because I have to do it. Talking to people. That's what's hard. Onboarding people is not hard. Stop getting caught up on the easiest part of your freaking business. It's called just send them a freaking email and say, here's the group. Do you want to join? Just come get in this group. Well, should I have it automated to where they get like an automated group where maybe like it takes them like one day at a time through like an email sequence? Or should it be like self-paced? Should I go get like Thinkific or whatever and have like a online library with courses for them? Should I have 75 training modules? I don't know, and I really don't care. You should just use your freaking brain and say, I don't know, what would be the best? What would I want to have? If I signed up today, what would I want to get from the person I signed up with? There's your onboarding system. Done. Knock it out in the next 2 hours and then never, ever think about it again for the rest of your whole life. People get on one-on-one calls with me all the time. Like, oh, well, I need a new onboarding system. I'm like, what? Why? Why? Because we as humans are always trying to make up work that shouldn't even exist, to give us something busy to do, to take up time so that we don't have to do the thing we should be doing, because the thing we should be doing is much harder to do. Am I right? And in reality, it's actually just as simple to do. It's just not as easy to do. It's just as simple. I could literally give me 5 minutes and I can send out 10 invites. I have this magical thing. Maybe you guys don't know about this. Okay. I may be introducing you guys tonight to something you've never heard of. If you haven't, it's about to change your life. Okay. Most people don't know about this. I know. Okay. But you only get to the level of success I have by learning magical secrets like this. So you ready for it? It's called Command V. Command V. Yes, I worked all of that up for a big fat joke. It's Command V. It pastes something that you had previously typed that you don't want to have to type again. And I could use Command V. Well, first you have to hit Command C. You have to highlight the words and hit Command C. Then you are free to use the Command V anywhere you want. And I could invite 10 people in the next 5 minutes if I wanted to. Or I could spend 2 hours today on a new onboarding system. And by the time I'm done, I could then say, oh no, I ran out of time. Now I just never have enough time to work my business. If I could, so then what do we do? I'm just gonna like go off on the longest rabbit trail ever in recorded time, because that's what I do. So then what do? Then we get on calls with Josh and we say things like, I just really need help with my time management. Oh my God. If another person tells me, Crystal, I'm not calling you out personally, but if another person tells me they need help with their time management, I'm gonna throw my laptop. You don't need help managing your time. Because as long as you're convinced that that's the problem, what do? I better go, I don't know, YouTube, search for videos on managing time. I better go download an audiobook on how to manage my time. I better go sign up for a course because a Facebook ad just happened to show up. It must be destiny, because there was a Facebook ad that said, are you struggling to manage your time? Everybody's struggling to manage their time. Who isn't clicking on that ad? And for 2 small payments of $95, we can help you manage your time. Guys, I can help you manage your time too. It's in the art of recruiting. It's called a daily tracker. And it tells you the things you're supposed to do every day. And you do one and you check it off. And then you go to the next one. You do it and you check it off. And then you go to the next one, you do it and you check it off. You know what you don't do? Create a new onboarding system. You don't spend 2 hours making a new cover photo for your Facebook page. Go to Fiverr.com. It's Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com. You can get a graphic designer in another country for $5. You can have somebody do a cover photo that's probably much better than the one you'll spend 2 hours on Rona Design or Canva or WordSwag trying to do yourself. P.S. Most of your cover photos that you do yourself look like crap. Go to Fiverr.com, please. Stop wasting your time. But I know I've been like joking around a lot, but let me get down to the heart of this, okay? Let me get down to the heart of recruiting, because this is really the only thing that matters. The only thing that I really built my business on, that motivated me, that kept me going on a regular basis. Really, the only thing is this. I want you to answer this question. I want you to answer it over here in the comments. Okay? If you're watching on Instagram Live, you can answer too. Answer right here. Okay? Tell me what your life was like before your business and what it's like after. Tell me right over here in the comments. I want to see like 30 comments in the next 2 minutes. Tell me what your life was like, what you struggled with, what you were dealing with before you had this business, and what it is now after having this business. I want to see them. I know it's going to take a couple minutes to type. That's okay. I'll be over here doing something with a fidget spinner. So I really should have fidget spinners. Instead, I just have random things in my office that I play with when I can't sit still. I don't sit still ever, PS, unless I'm sleeping. I'm either 100% all energy, all active, or I'm sleeping. I struggle with self-love, and now I'm so happy with where I am and loving helping people find it for themselves. I'm going to read one from Instagram over here from my girl Shelby. Lonely and without purpose. Now it is full and I'm fulfilling. My homegirl Fee says, before my current biz, I was showing up due to expectation. Now I'm showing up due to inspiration. Ooh, I like that. What do we got over here? Gloomy. Ooh, there we go. Now they're all showing up. Gloomy and boring and kind of meaningless. Coaching has literally been a giant rainbow in my life. Leah, before I struggled with being happy, didn't know who I was. What was my purpose in life? Tess says, struggled in my relationship with my husband before about so much, and now have what? Made changes to better our relations. Isn't that crazy? Everyone thinks that because I got divorced, that business somehow ruins relationships. And let me just throw this in there. Tell me when you have two healthy people. Tell me when one of them working on themselves to become their absolute best ruins a marriage. It doesn't, okay? When you have two healthy people, that is not what happens, okay? Confidence, postpartum depression, now feeling fit and fierce and ready to help any ladies who might be on the same road. Self-love, self-confidence, self-esteem. After happiest I've been, more outgoing because higher self-love and self-confidence, less depression. You wanna know what's crazy? Every single one of you just gave me the perfect recruiting post. Every one of you just told me, without making a lot of money, without buying a Lamborghini, without buying the White House in Indianapolis, without doing any of those things, your life has been forever changed. Now tell me why you are so damn selfish that you're keeping it to yourself. Tell me. Go ahead. Give me your excuses over here. Tell me how you need a new onboarding system now. Go ahead and tell me you don't have enough money to help people. Go ahead and tell me that you're still trying to figure out Instagram. Go ahead and tell me you don't know what to talk about. Go ahead and give me every excuse that you have, and I promise you not a single one of your excuses will measure up to the life that has been changed by this business. Do you know what I believe solves 90% of the world's problems? It's this thing called purpose. Purpose. There's a quote I'm sure all of you have heard a million times before. I don't care how cheesy it is, it's true. Greatest two days in someone's life is the day they're born and the day they realize why. When I signed up for the John Maxwell team, I wasn't planning on making money. I didn't even have the capacity to think about making lots of money. Grew up in a family, didn't have a lot of money. Grew up surrounded by preachers, weren't allowed to even talk about money. It's weird when preachers talk about money. I know like it's becoming more common these days on TV to talk about money if you're a preacher, but like that's kind of like not a cool thing growing up in the world that I grew up in. If you're a preacher, you're not supposed to have money. I didn't have any idea of making money. Here's what I knew. I knew that personal development had changed my life. And I was willing to spend the rest of my life using it to help other people change their lives. Did I need to make money to do that? Nope. Did I need to have some type of a success story to do that? Nope. Did I need to have a Ferrari? Did I need to have an Instagram boomerang with me throwing $100 bills? The only thing I needed to do was know how it had changed me. And that was the greatest fuel for every single thing I did. Very first Beachbody coach that I worked with, that I helped go top 10, I didn't know if I could help her. I had no idea. I didn't know. The only thing I knew was that this had changed my life. Why wouldn't it change hers? If the principles John Maxwell had taught me had changed my life, why wouldn't it change hers? Did I know that she would hit big goals? Nope. Wasn't even my goal to help her hit goals. It was just my goal to take whatever I knew and whatever I did have and pass it on to whoever I worked with. To be honest, I got really lucky with my first client. I got really, really lucky that she happened to go on and do really, really awesome stuff that honestly made me look better than I even was. But before I met her, I had lunch meetings with a whole bunch of people, coffee meetings with a whole bunch of people. I had hosted my own events that failed. Only my family showed up. I don't know if you know this, but if you host an event and only your family shows up, the sales are not very good at the end of the presentation. Doesn't matter what you give away. We gave away like houses that night. Nobody was buying. Didn't matter. I did everything in the world. Okay. So maybe I did get a lucky break in year 2, but I got that lucky break because, dude, I was doing everything in the freaking world to connect with every freaking person I could and to talk to every person I could. And while I may have helped a couple people do a couple awesome things, I promise you I failed a million other times. A million other times. I didn't care. I mean, obviously it sucks. Obviously, there were nights where I cried myself to sleep because I was so sick and tired of falling on my face. I don't know if you guys know this either, but if you fall on your face 1,000 times, it hurts really bad. I fell on my face so many times, I got this crooked nose. It's horrible. That is the price of chasing success. You end up with a big crooked nose. It wasn't fun. It wasn't easy. But it didn't matter because I knew my purpose. Guys, these comments over here are incredible. The person that you are becoming is amazing. And you are letting some of the stupidest, most meaningless things in the world hold you back from passing that on to other people. And I just want you to imagine for a second. I want you to imagine for 1 minute someone else who is dealing with what you were dealing with. Postpartum depression was one of the things. Not having purpose, not having whatever it was. I want you to imagine another person with those problems, with those issues, sitting on their couch tonight watching Bachelor or whatever the hell people watch these days, but sad and depressed and lonely. And then I want you to imagine yourself walking up to that person and listening to them tell you all about their problems and how much they're struggling in life and how much they're going through, listening to all of their problems, and then saying something like, you know what? It really sucks that you're going through all of this, but I just don't have the right onboarding system yet. I can't help you. I wouldn't even know what to do with you once you signed up. Are any of you that selfish? Would you not? I'm assuming none of you are trained therapists, but maybe some of you are. Would you not sit on that couch next to that girl and tell her anything and everything you could to encourage her, to inspire her, to help her, to try to pull her out of the shit she was in and help her to become something better? Would you or would you not? You would. I know you would, because you're a decent human. Correct? You might not know the words to say, but you would find something to say to make that person feel better. Correct? That's all we're asking you to do. I'm not asking any of you to be a perfect leader. In fact, I am currently working on a book. I'll send it your way, Crystal, and you can share it with everyone on the team. I'm currently working on a book. It's called Fuck Leadership. And the whole point of the book is to try to undo the podium and the pedestal that everyone has made out of leadership, that has made it some unattainable thing that no one can ever get to, and help you to understand leadership is simply when I have something that has helped me and I decide to give it to other people to help them. That's it. That's all leadership is. I'm just going to lead someone down the path that I've already been down. But I haven't made $1 million. That's fine. Then don't tell people you're going to help them make $1 million. Last time I checked, none of you signed up to make $1 million. Last time I checked, none of you messaged Crystal and said, all right, Crystal, I really want to sign up with you. You are so inspiring. Your Instagram posts, they just light me on fire. They give me purpose. They give me hope. I'm so excited to sign up with you. But first things first, I just need to know, can you help me make $1 million? And I'm going to need that in the next month. Did any of you message Crystal and ask her what her rank was? Now, Crystal, I'm really looking for someone that's at least a 10-star. If you're not a 10-star, I don't care how inspiring you are. I don't care how much trust you've built up with me. I'm really only looking to work with 10-star or above. 12-star would be preferable. Did anybody say that? Any of you even know what the hell 10-star meant? Any of you know what even a star meant? No. Were any of you like, Crystal, here's the thing. I want to sign up with you, but I'm really not into that self-paced stuff. So if your onboarding system is self-paced, I'm out. I'm gonna need some type of person to walk me through step by step exactly what this is gonna look like. No. Cassandra said, we love Crystal because she's amazing. I need you guys to understand this. This is something that I think I teach in the Art of Recruiting. If not, I just said it on some other call. I don't remember at this point. There's just lots of videos at this point, and at some point this was said. You are someone else's celebrity. You are someone else's Crystal. There is someone that wakes up every single day waiting for your post to show up in their feed. The same way last year, there were days and there were times where Crystal was that to me. People are looking to you. You are a lighthouse. People are looking to you. They're in the dark and they're lost in the ocean and they're in the middle of a storm. And they are looking to you to be the direction, to be the hope, to be the light in their life. But you aren't being it because you are so afraid of what they might think of you. I heard a quote one time that said, don't worry about what other people are thinking about you. They're too busy worrying about what you are thinking about them. Every single one of you on this call, every single one of you, you have something incredible to offer the world around you. Problem is, you don't realize it. You are so focused on what you don't have. You're so focused on what you don't have. You don't realize all the incredible things you do have. You have got to stop looking at your weaknesses. Stop looking at your insufficiencies. Stop looking at your insecurities. And you've got to rise up and decide to be the person you were born to be. Because I swear to you, every single one of you were born into this world with infinite creativity, infinite potential, with infinite everything you need and want and desire. The only reason you're not accessing it is because you're looking at all the shit. You want to know why you can't recruit? Because you haven't decided to offer the world what you have to offer. You are so focused on what you don't have to offer. I want you to think about this for a second. Think about this. If you have to make a lot of money to be a good recruiter, if you have to be a good leader to be a good recruiter, if you have to already have something to become something, how did anyone ever become it? How did anyone ever become it? Because there isn't anyone that started out with it all. Everyone had to grow it and progress it as they went. There isn't a single person that was making a lot of money when they started recruiting. They just decided to recruit in spite of the fact that they weren't making any money. They decided to advertise what they did have instead of focusing on what they didn't have. I did not always have a bio that said, I've worked with multiple top 10 coaches and superstar diamonds and trained over 5,000 people in paid training groups. That was not my bio when I first started out. When I first started out, it was like, hey guys, we got a special speaker tonight. His name's Josh. Hey guys, I'm Josh. Thanks for having me. That's all I had. But I had my story. That's all I had. That's literally all I had when I first started off was my story. I didn't have testimonials. I didn't have anyone else's story. I didn't have any names to drop. I know I'm like the most magical name dropper on the planet. I've got some hate for that. I don't care. Hell yeah, I dropped names. I didn't have any of that. I just had my story. But my story was special enough to me to tell it over and over and over and over until it inspired someone else to decide to write their story. Then I had a testimony. Then I had something to share. And absolutely, I milked that testimony for as long as I could until I had another testimony. Because what you'll find when you work with people is that 90% of people, 90% of people aren't willing to write their story. I do a team workshop, which if you're coming to Indianapolis next weekend, if you're coming to my VIP event over at my house, you'll see me go through this workshop and I talk about, this isn't a pin, but I want you to pretend for a minute it's a pin. I don't know what this is. I think it came out of my tripod. I don't even know what it does because I don't know how to put things together, but this is supposed to go on that tripod somehow. It probably would make this a straighter angle if I use this. I don't know. But I tell people that we all, every single one of us, we have a story to write. And every single day that we wake up, we either pick up the pen and we write it, or hand it off to someone else and let them write it. But I promise you, no one else is going to write the story for you that you really want. The greatest gift, in my opinion, that we have been given in this life, the greatest gift, is free will. And so few people ever even open that gift. What do? You hand the pen off. You hand it off to people from your past that told you you couldn't do it. People that told you you weren't worth it. People that told you you didn't have what it takes, or maybe people that think your business idea is stupid. Maybe people that don't believe in MLM or your product or whatever it is. And you literally just hand them the pen. Now, how many of you would walk into a restaurant And instead of ordering for yourself, would let someone else order for you and say, nah, I don't really care. Just order me whatever I want. How many of you would do that? Now, here's the thing. You walk into a restaurant, you look at the menu, you order the thing you want. Do you ask yourself, has anyone ever done this? Has anyone ever asked themselves, am I worthy enough to order that kind of food? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hear you're supposed to be like a real special type to order the grilled chicken sandwich. I mean, I don't know, like I still got 5 or 10 pounds to lose. I don't know if I'm worthy enough to order that salad that I really, really want. Maybe only skinny people can order salads. I'd really like to have the steak tonight, but I'm thinking maybe I don't have what it takes to eat steak. Now, if you're vegan, obviously you're probably not ordering the steak, but you know what I'm saying? Why is it, as I knock over my phone, my bad, I'm clumsy, it's cool. Why is it that we will walk into a store, order what we want, buy what we want, get what we want, and won't do that with our own life? We let someone else order for us because we have convinced ourselves for some reason, somehow, that we aren't worthy to make the choice ourselves, that we aren't worthy to get what we want. And so we hand it off to somebody else to let them tell us what our worth is, to let them tell us what we're allowed to have or not have. Why the hell are you giving someone else your pin? You have one life to live. It's the only one you get. Maybe there's more, I don't know. It's the only life you're guaranteed, though. Now, why the hell are you taking the one thing you have control over and literally just handing it off to someone else to let them write your story and order for you and tell you what to have in life when you can have whatever you want? You can have whatever you want. You want to be a rock star? Wake up every morning and write it down. I'm a rock star. Are you going to magically turn into a rock star today? Nope. But you write it down and you say it over and over and over, and I promise you, you'll believe you're a rock star. And when you believe you're a rock star, I promise you, you'll start living like a rock star. And when you start living like a rock star, you'll get all of the things that a rock star gets. You want to be a leader? Awesome. I still don't know what that means. Wake up every single day, write it down. I am a leader. I am a strong, courageous, confident leader. I attract the right people. I bring in, I say this every single morning. I have charisma. I'm literally a magnet that attracts good things, good people. I level up in my relationships. I am a magnet. Now, does that mean that things just magically come flying through my window and flying through my door? No. But the more I say it, the more I believe it. The more I believe it, the more I live like it. The more I live like it, the more I naturally am drawn to those things and allow myself to have them. Do you know how me and Jenny met? I walked in a coffee shop. My buddy said, dude, that girl over there is checking you out. I said, the one with the bright red hair right back there, super cool looking? He said, yep, you should go talk to her. I said, let's do it. Now, here's the thing. If I don't believe in myself, what am I doing? I don't know. What should I say to her? I don't know. He said, there's a girl. She likes you. Go get her. I said, why not? Could she have rejected me? Absolutely. Should she have rejected me? Absolutely. But I didn't care about that. I saw something I wanted. And I said, why not? Now, here's the problem. If I don't believe I'm worthy of it, if I don't believe I'm capable of it, I don't even walk over to there and I don't even meet the greatest thing that's happened to me. Don't even meet her. Instead, we have like an 8-hour date and tomorrow we celebrate 1 year together. Why? Because I believed I could have it. There are people following you right now. If you just sent them a message, they'd be more than happy to sign up for your team. They've been watching you every single day. They're inspired by you. Crystal, all you got to do is you just message anybody, girl. People love you. All you got to do is message them. They will come. Every single one of you has something incredible to offer. But if you don't believe it, you won't even walk over there and talk to that pretty redhead. You'll just go sit down with your laptop and go back to work on your stupid cover photo when you could have had a gorgeous redhead. Every single one of you are capable of getting what you really want if you'll start picking up the pen and writing out what you want. You can have anything. You can have anything. Why aren't you worthy enough? I mean, does everybody on this call love Donald Trump? I'm guessing probably not. Maybe a couple of you do. If I ruffle some feathers here, I'm sorry. I mean, whether you're Republican or Democrat, the guy's an ass. And yet, he decided to write down, I'm going to be the fucking president. Why is it that successful people come in all shapes and forms? Some of them are the nicest people in the world. Some of them are the biggest asses in the world. And for whatever reason, we think there's something wrong with us, that we can't get it. Apparently, there are assholes every single day that find success, get as much success as they want. Why can't you? It has absolutely nothing to do, and this is what I'm going to be speaking on next week at the Power of I Am, if you're coming to Indy on the event that I'm speaking at Thursday. It has nothing to do with what you have or haven't done. You are worthy because you were born. I have a little girl. She's 2 years old. Man, that girl, I love her to death, but she's going through the terrible twos right now. And if she does not get exactly what she wants, she is throwing herself down on the ground, and she will let you hear about it until she either falls asleep or you get her what she wants. Now, here's the thing. As much of a brat as she has been lately, she is still worthy of all of the love and affection I have to give. And I wouldn't question it for a second. Every single one of you have the same worth and the same value as my 2-year-old girl. And it doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter what others have done to you. Nothing you can possibly say or do can undo your worth. And you can't say or do enough to earn it. You have it because you are human. Doesn't matter what color you are. Doesn't matter what gender you are. Doesn't matter. You have it because you are human. And if you believe any differently, then you got some messed up beliefs. And you need to go back to like the 1800s if you think that there is any difference between any of us. Because there ain't. Now, if there's no difference in us because of color, if there's no difference between us because of gender, what is there? Why the hell are you making up stuff that doesn't exist? Why is it that you have separated people into certain classes, that some people are worthy of success and some people aren't? And to be honest, most of the time, you're the only person you've put in the class that's not worthy. You think the whole rest of the world is worthy except for you. You think everybody else in the world is worthy except for you. Tell me what makes you so damn special that you're the only person on the planet that can go against the universe. It's kind of funny when you think about it, because you think you're not special enough to be worthy. But by saying you're the only one that's not special, you're kind of powerful than the universe itself. Are any of you more powerful than the universe? Then you can't undo what the universe did. So stop it. So I said all of that to say go recruit people. You have everything you need. You are amazing. You are worthy. You are valuable. And what you have to offer the world is more than enough. If you ever question it, you go back to the story. Every single time you question whether you have anything to offer, ask yourself, who was I before this business and who am I now? And if I'm even this much better, it's worth giving to somebody. All right? Okay, I have got like 10 minutes. I'm going to say peace out to you guys on Instagram because I'm going to do some Q&A and I don't want people to feel like you're eavesdropping on their questions and struggles. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging with me tonight. I got like 10 minutes before I got to speak for another call tonight. So maybe a few questions that we could work in real quick. Sound good?
Yeah. Thank you. Do you have a mic to drop?
I do, but I really don't want to break it. I mean, it's a big ass thing. How about just one of my AirPods?
Yeah, that was just amazing. Yeah. I feel like I don't have any words.
That's, I mean, if no one has questions, that's fine. But if anyone has questions, you're welcome to ask. You want to just like raise your hand over here or unmute yourself or however you want to do it. I don't care.
Yeah, if you guys have questions, you can unmute yourself or you can put it in the chat.
Yashira's having trouble closing. What's that mean?
Wait, are you joking or do you know what it means, Josh?
No, I know what it means. I know what it means to close. What's that mean? I mean, what's that mean? I just told people to send me their money and they just do it. I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, I need some of that juice. No, like I get people, like I've been putting away the excuses and messaging people and they're really excited. They say they're ready. I go through all of the objections and then I send them the links, everything's all set up. And then, the money objection comes up again, or I need an extra couple of weeks. And that seems to be a reoccurring thing. And I'm not sure now I'm getting better, thanks to Crystal, at not letting that just stop me. Because before I'm like, okay, I totally understand. Because I'm a PK as well. So I'm like, money, okay, I understand. Like, I don't like to be pushy. But when I am asking, okay, I'm asking more questions as to why they're not ready right now or why they need more time, then they just don't respond. So then the conversations end. So I don't know whether to continue trying and following up or to respect that they might not be ready right now or what to do.
So I'm going to be real honest. I'm not like huge on overcoming objections. Now, if Crystal has taught you how, 100% do it. 100%. Okay. You got to remember, I'm dealing with a little bit different of a situation where I'm speaking for about 5,000 people a month.
Yeah.
Either send me your money or I'm going to I don't got time to overcome objections for 5,000 people. Okay. So it is a little bit different in that sense. Okay. So that's not personal advice to stop trying to that's not advice. I'm just going to tell you that's not my expertise per se. My advice for you would be to understand that speaking to 5,000 people a month, I get rejected by about 4,900 of them a month. And that probably 1,000 of them tell me they want to purchase. 1,000 of them say, oh my God, I need that. It's going to change my life. Go ahead. Raise your hand right now if you think after hearing me speak tonight and other times, the art of recruiting could change your life. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Now keep your hand up if you have actually sent me $200 and done the art of recruiting. See how many people have said they need it and then didn't follow through.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That's business.
That was a good demonstration.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, especially since I might have just sold a couple of people just by doing that. But here's the thing you got to understand. I show up and I bring more value than I could ever even charge for. Okay? And when you're ready, I'm here. When you're not ready, I'm here. And the thing you got to realize is I'm a fucking lighthouse. And I'm going to be that lighthouse whether you want to come over my way or not. I'm going to shine for the whole world to see. And when you're ready to stop running into those stupid rocks and wrecking your ship, and you want to come on over my way, I'll be here and I'll be shining. And you'll know that I'm here because I'll be shining. Biggest mistake we make is we're sitting here trying to shine. And everyone else is over here running into the rocks. And we're going, oh my God, I have the bay. Come over. And because of the people that want to run into the rocks that aren't smart enough to come over to the light, what do? We stop shining. And then you know what? There could have been a day and there could have been a time that they were ready. And they didn't even know where we were because they couldn't find us. So my goal personally is not necessarily to close everyone, although on presentations I do have some pretty good little tricks that I use. My goal is not necessarily to close everyone. My goal is to absolutely dominate to where everyone knows where I am at all times. You're going to find me on Facebook making some noise. You're going to find me on Instagram. My Facebook ads are going to haunt you. You get on one of my webinars and my ads will haunt you for the rest of your life. I'm going to send you emails and I'm going to make so much fucking noise. You will never have to worry about finding me. I am, as Grant Cardone says, my goal is to be omnipresent. I want to be everywhere all the time. So I know that's not really an answer to your question, but I hope that it helps.
It does. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? P.S. Go sign up for the Art of Recruiting. P.P.S. If you're not ready to do that and you just want to watch me shine for a little bit longer, go join my free group. It's called Rockstar Recruiters. Rockstar Recruiters. It's a totally free group where I just shine and give you tips and tricks and motivation. We'll be featuring homegirl Crystal sometime in the next month. I want to let it really, really build up some momentum and then drop Crystal in there and give all of her Instagram nuggets and then be like, oh, you still don't get it? Come sign up. And we're going to sell the shit out of some Instagram trainings together.
I'm excited.
So anyways, so be watching for that, which PPPS is another goal of mine is to, if I make my light shine big enough, I just have constant eyeballs on me. And when I say, hey, the next thing's dropping, people are just waiting for it. Yeah. Now, if you're not shining bright enough, nobody even knows when you drop the next thing. Nobody even sees your Lift 4 post because you weren't making enough noise for the last 30 days to have any type of engagement to even show up in their feed. And if they didn't see anything else you posted, why the hell do they want to send you $200? I want to add so much value that people are like, damn, if this is what I get for free, whew, if I send him $200, he's probably going to shoot me off to the moon or something like that. That's what I want people to believe. And that's what I try to do. When you send me $200, I try to shoot you off to the fucking moon.
Yeah, I mean, to touch on what you're saying, Josh, like, and this might help you, Yashira, or anyone, like, literally every single day, my intent is to go out. I mean, this isn't my only intent, but like to go out and just show how fucking amazing it is, like what we do. Like our challenge groups, our coaching tribe, like I'm constantly talking about it. And like the people who say no, Yashira, don't focus on them because you're just going to manifest more of that. And the other thing is like, you don't need them. They need you. So like show up with that confidence. And what Josh was saying was where like he doesn't really notice the people who don't sign up, like just invite more people so that you don't even notice the people who say no.
Right. I'm talking to so many people, guys. I'm not going to notice which ones of you don't sign up. That's not a good sales tactic to tell you that, but I don't know. I don't have any idea. All I know is if I talk to 5,000 people a month, I'm going to have 100 or 200 of them send me money, which is why it's my goal to talk to 10 or 20,000 people a month. It's not my goal to necessarily increase my conversion rates, although I'm always looking for ways to do that. It's more of my goal to talk and expose myself to more people. Because there is such thing as the numbers game. And I don't care how good you are, you will not. The difference between someone who's really, really confident and someone who's just getting their shit together is not the difference between a 5% conversion rate and an 80% conversion rate. It's the difference between a 5% conversion rate and a 12 or 15% conversion rate. So some of you that are like, well, I don't know, I don't got the brand like Crystal, I don't have all my shit together. You think that if you message 10 people, you're going to maybe, if you're lucky over the course of a couple months, make 1 sale. You think she's going to make 8 sales, and that is not how it works. Okay, now we still want to get good at branding and all the other stuff, because if you give me the option between having a 12% return and a 5% return, I'm going to pick 12% every damn time. But you cannot outdo the numbers game, in the sense that you can't be stupid enough to send 1,000 messages and not get a return. And you can't be smart enough or awesome enough to get a 100% return. The main difference, guys, I mean, I have a mentor on the John Maxwell team. She served on the faculty, has been one-on-one mentored by John Maxwell. And her business doesn't do what mine does. And it's because, now here's the thing, skills wise, I promise you she's as good as me, if not better. I promise you that. But she hasn't exposed herself to enough people to make the kind of noise that I make. And for all I know, she might even have a better conversion rate than me. I don't know. I may have the worst conversion rate in the world, but I love what Grant Cardone says. He says, I may have the worst conversion rate in the world, but if I speak to 1,000 people and you speak to 100 people, I still win. I still win every single time. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Yeah.
I gotta go speak for another call.
Yeah.
I'm already Josh Coates late by 2 minutes, and I still gotta pee like I always do. But Crystal, I love you, girl. Everyone on this team, I hope you know that as Crystal's family, you're my family. Do me the biggest favor in the world. Your leader, she's straight up fire. She's straight up fire. Stick to her. Okay? Do not be a spectator. Get on the damn court and play. Stop sitting around watching Crystal and join her. When Crystal came to my event a year ago, a year and a half ago, a little over a year, whatever it was, I didn't know who she was. She was already doing some cool shit. I just didn't know about it. But she just kept going. She kept making noise. Okay? She is where she is today, not overnight. This girl has been grinding it out for so long. Okay? So don't think for a second that you're not special enough or you don't have a big following. It's fine. She didn't have a following either. She had to build it. She didn't have confidence either. She had to build it. Okay? Decide right now, whatever she's got, you're going to hang out with her enough and spend enough time with her that you're going to get what she has. Okay? I love you guys all so much. Hope to see most of you next week in Indy. If you're going to be there and you don't have tickets for Power of I Am, there's still tickets for that. They're $20. Go get your stupid ticket.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. Thank you so much, Josh. I love
You're welcome.
you. I know all the other girls do too. Thank you for being here. We so appreciate it. And I will get this recording up tomorrow, girls.
Cool. Thanks, Crystal. Bye, guys.
Bye.